Hi YouTube, welcome back to my channel and happy new lunar year to you, or happy Chinese New Year if you celebrate. Any excuse to celebrate really in lockdown. I've noticed for the past couple of years in particular, most of the beauty ranges are using Chinese New Year as yet another excuse for a limited edition release celebrating, or more usually actually a repackaging in scarlet and gold, those kind of traditional Chinese New Year colours, repackaging to get us to buy items. This year they've got a kind of mega weekend, what with Chinese New Year today, really the whole weekend, and then of course Valentine's Day on Sunday, which is yet another excuse again to bring out the red or maybe the pink packaging, or some special items. So I try not to fall for these special releases, but this one from MAC I fell for quite a few weeks ago actually, and I've been saving it to show you today. It's my favourite type of product, a highlighter, because of course I don't have enough of those, in very jolly packaging. Nothing to do, I should add, with the Year of the Ox, which this is, but definitely a New Year, Chinese New Year release with the lucky fishes on that you sometimes see. Dragons is another thing you tend to see as a kind of symbol from these celebrations. So this is called Double Gleam Extra Dimension Skin Finish. So it's one of those skin finish powders which are not super pigmented highlighters. I think you're meant to use them as a finishing powder rather than a highlighter, but they're definitely adding a little bit of sheen, and I have one of the kind of standard ones that I've used for years, and this one I was tempted by because of, if I can get into it, the little fishes. I just thought this was so beautifully presented. I doubt if I will actually use it as a skin finish. It's just one of those pretty presentations with the little fishes swimming in a gold sea for Chinese New Year. So that appealed to me. If you are interested in what it's like as a product, there you go. Actually quite a pretty sheen. You can see not too pronounced. So if you like a glowy finishing powder, or alternatively a fairly discreet highlighter, because you could pack this on, this is quite nice, and it's a very kind of middle of the road gold but a bit of silver in, just a kind of nice sheen. I haven't got one that is exactly like that actually. I was looking at my Tom Ford ones. This was the one from last year, which I really like. Quite similar, a bit more densely pigmented, and I think you can see got a slightly more white pink shift to it. It's more marked, the difference actually in real life than on the monitor. And then I had another one from a Tom Ford Solar Exposure a few years ago, that you can see I've made a fair old dent in, and is still nicely pigmented. And that you can see is a bit more pinky, but again it's one of the kind of subtle highlighters that this is definitely in the same range as. And then I looked at my Dior ones, which are pretty much my favourite highlighters at the moment. And this one, which is, can't even see which number this is, number 2. You can see there definitely a more pinky shift. The kind of proper gold highlighters that I have were definitely much more gold, yellow toned than this one, which it is kind of white toned really for what looks gold in the pan. But I just thought that was a very pretty little keepsake treat to have for Chinese New Year. They had lipsticks as well, you know, the usual red lipsticks and a few other products. I haven't actually looked recently, as I say, I bought that some weeks ago and I've been keeping it to show you on the day, as it were. So that's my Chinese New Year cosmetics. You can see this bright red lacquer type box here behind, just giving a background. I may be showing that on Sunday. I won't make a big secret of it. I've been buying some things from Westman Atelier, and some of them were presented in what actually was called the Shanghai collection. So I could have shown this bit of it today, would have fitted in with the Chinese New Year theme, but that will still work on Sunday and will also fit in with the red for Valentine's theme. Now, aren't you the lucky ones? There's no escaping me this weekend, because I also have a big gift with purchase bag from Cult Beauty, which has arrived today, and I'm definitely going to film that and put it up so that it's up in time for any of you who actually want to avail yourselves of the gift with purchase before it sells out. I'll double check it hasn't sold out already. If not, you'll be getting that tomorrow to feast your eyes upon. So uploads on Saturday and Sunday as well as today. Aren't you the lucky ones? If you can bring yourselves to, please, a thumbs up is always very much appreciated. I hope you're going to have a lovely Friday evening, even though we can't celebrate Chinese New Year in the usual way, which in my case would have been going out to the West End. Probably not tonight, actually. Generally, we go out on the Sunday of Chinese New Year to Soho, to Chinatown, where there are parades, and have a Chinese Sunday lunch. But sadly, that's not going to happen this year. And I'm guessing Gerrard Street and that area going to be much quieter than usual, which is sad. But there we are. The world's got to get better before we can all celebrate together again. But in any event, I hope you have a lovely Friday evening and a restful weekend. And as I say, I shall speak to you tomorrow. Bye for now.